J. Cole, Kansas City. This is Number Figure. Let's get into it. You guys are going to be at the T-Mobile Center on Wednesday, August 19th. Capacity of this venue is 18,000 attendees, not including floor seaters. Box office is going to open at 5. Doors are going to open at 7, and show is at 8. He comes out about that 9-10 mark. He does have a merch trailer, which will be located on Graham Boulevard. They're giving an approximate time opening of 2:30. Okay, so for those who want to go to the merch trailer, it'll be on Grand Boulevard around 2:30. If you missed the merch trailer, it is fine. There will definitely be merch inside of the venue. Okay, I get that question all the time. Will there be merch inside of the venue? Absolutely. So do not fret if you missed the merch trailer. T-Mobile customers who enter through the T-Mobile customer entrance, this includes Metro by T-Mobile and Mint customers, will be randomly selected to receive an exclusive Get Thanked perk. T-Mobile customers also enjoy exclusive entry at the T-Mobile member entrance on Grand Boulevard by showing your T-Mobile Magenta Pass, which is available for download in the Manage section of the T-Life app, or T-Mobile Metro or Mint branding on their phone screen. So those are 2 perks that you guys get who are T-Mobile members. VIP package holders, be on the lookout for an email from VIP Nation. It will include all of your needed info, where you need to be, what time you need to be there. Generally arrives 3 to 5 days before your show. Sometimes it does run late. Sometimes it shows up the day before or the day of your show. I would say if you don't have it by the day of your show, you can always email info@vipnation.com. Info@vipnation.com. Let them know you purchased a VIP package and you're looking for your information. In that email, it will tell you to bring the ID of the person that purchased the VIP package on their credit card. So if you purchase your own, of course, that's your ID. However, if somebody else purchased it on their credit card and they're not coming to the show, bring a photocopy of their ID. You're going to present it at VIP check-in. It's just to show that the VIP package does indeed belong to you. If you have merch in your VIP package, they give you a time point. Please make that time point if you want your merch. Okay, they used to mail out merch sometimes if you missed, but nowadays they don't. So if you want your merchandise, please make it there. J. Cole is having towels put out on the bowl seats as well as the floor seats. I'm not sure about suites and other areas, but I do know the main area of the arena, bowl seats and floor seats, get towels. Okay. It has been brought to my attention that sometimes when attendees come in, they find that their towels are missing from their seat. So someone is asking to include this in the Double For You Go, asking people to just take their own towel. Leave the towel on the other seats for the other attendees. Okay. It's at this point, it's become a commemorative item for the tour. So everybody wants their towel. So if we can all just respect each other and only take our towel. It has also been said that if you happen to get there and your towel is gone, sometimes guest services will have extra. I stress sometimes. I'm not guaranteeing that they will. So please don't say that I said they're going to have extras. Okay. It's a maybe. What I will suggest is that you get there on time if you want your towel. Okay. Moving on to bags. What is allowed? Bags that are no larger than 12 by 6 by 12. Okay. They don't have to be clear. They can be colored. Just no bigger than 12 by 6 by 12. They do mention no backpacks. Okay. And no chain wallets. Okay. So a lot of times we ladies can sometimes have bags that have long straps on them and are made out of chains. They don't want those there because they are potential weapons. So if you have something like that, I would opt for another type of bag. So nothing no bigger than 12 by 6 by 12 does not have to be clear, can be colored. Lockers, they do not have anything there for you to store anything. So if you bring something that's not allowed in, you're going to have to take it back to your car or find some place to store it. Okay, so just be very careful about what you do bring for that reason. If you have will call tickets or you want to purchase alcohol, remember to bring your license, your physical ID, because you'll need that for either one of those transactions. Mace, a pepper spray on your keychain, take that off. That is not allowed into the venue. Cameras, what is not allowed? Cameras with detachable lenses, professional photography, video recording of any kind, and or flash photography. They mention that is prohibited at all times and the policy will be strictly enforced. No GoPro type cameras, selfie sticks, monopods, or tripods. Okay, what is allowed? Cameras on your phone, of course, are always going to be the safest. A simple point and shoot, a disposable, and a Polaroid camera. When you talk about your point and shoot cameras, I give the example of the Canon GX7 and the Kodak Pixpro, but they're just 2 of the many cameras that are on the market that are point and shoots. There are many out there. So if you have a question about your camera and whether it will be allowed in the arena, you can Google it. Put in the make and model of your camera, ask will it be allowed in the T-Mobile Center, it will tell you yes or no. Okay, and for the most part, it is reliable. When you talk about your DJI Osmos, your smart glasses, things of that nature, they kind of already covered that. They mention video recording of any kind. You know that they're video recorders. So the answer is no, but will you sometimes be able to get it past security? Yeah, you will. Okay, so if you want a chance that you can, just remember there are no lockers here. Okay, so if they say no, you'll have to walk it all the way back to your car or find some place to store it. Okay, so just be careful in that regard. They do mention if you bring a camera, do not bring the case or the bag, just bring the camera. No aerosol cans. Examples of this could be hairspray, perfumes. A lot of venues are getting funky about perfumes nowadays. So anything in an aerosol can, you could bring it in a different form. Just leave the aerosol cans home. Portable fans, portable chargers, they are allowed. Umbrellas, they do mention they are allowed, have to be compact. No golf size umbrellas, no big ones. They don't want them to have spike like points either. Posters, they are allowed. The biggest they can be is 11 by 17. Always handheld. They'll never put them on a pole or a stick. No vulgarities, no obscenities, and can't be blocking anybody's view. It is a cashless venue. So you want to buy things, merch, food, drinks, either bring your physical cards and be able to use tap to pay. They mentioned that the T-Mobile Center is a non-smoking facility. Designated smoking areas are located outside the building near the Oak Street entrance at Section 105 and on Kanika Minolta Founders Club Terrace. The use of vape pens inside the building is strictly prohibited. I know sometimes different things happen. I'm just telling you what they say. They do have a strict no re-entry policy. So if you go outside of those doors, outside of those gates, show is still going on and you want to come back inside, you need a brand new ticket. So just make sure that when you leave, you are really ready to leave for the night. No outside food or drinks are going to be allowed inside of the venue. They will have wheelchairs to get attendees from the entry points to their seats and then from your seats back to the exit points. They do mention you cannot remain in the seat during the event or the wheelchairs cannot be taken outside. Now, if you want to bring your own wheelchair and transfer from it to a seat, they will store your wheelchair for you at guest services as well. So if you need any of those services, let any of their staff there know, and they will be able to assist you. Parking can be purchased by going to T-Mobile Center's website. If you go to their website, you'll see J. Cole on the face page. If you select him, it'll bring you to this page. You'll see the box for parking. Select parking. It will take you here, show you your options. You have the magenta, the red lot, and the yellow lot that are available. If you hit the eye that's in that right-hand corner, it'll bring up the map that shows you those lots. It will give you additional information. You see purchase your parking in advance. Mobile parking passes must be presented to parking attendants to gain entry. Confirmation and receipts on your phone will not be accepted. And they actually give you the addresses for the respective lots that they're selling and then let you know that lots open 2 hours prior to event start. So this is an option for parking. Of course, if you want to do it the day of, you can. It is going to be based upon availability if they have parking spots available. A lot of times it can be a little bit more expensive when it's on site, and typically it has to be by card only, no cash. So this is your parking for T-Mobile Center. If you don't want to drive to the venue, you do have rideshare as an option. They have their rideshare, their ADA drop off, and their passenger drop off all at the same spot. And rideshare pickup is going to be at Oak Street. Okay, Oak Street is going to be your stop for all of this. Rideshare, ADA drop off, and just regular drop off for attendees. They do give some tips when it comes to leaving this show and using rideshare. A couple of tips are walk south to Truman Road when you're trying to get your Uber to go home. They mentioned head south out of the arena down to Grand Boulevard and Truman Road. Crossing over the highway bridge gets you completely outside of the immediate arena barricades and allows your driver to pick you up in a smooth traffic flow. Then they have the option to cross the street into the KC Live block to grab a drink or a bite while the crowds thin out, pinning your pickup at a nearby hotel or restaurant a few blocks west, like along Baltimore Avenue or Main Street, will save you significant time. And then there is the option to walk 2 blocks west to the Main Street streetcar line, ride it a few stops north toward the River Market or south toward Union Station for free. Then request your ride share from there to bypass the downtown gridlock entirely. Okay. So those are pointers because I'm sure if a vast majority of people are going to be using rideshare, there is going to be that congestion, a lot of traffic, and just a lot of people waiting around trying to get a ride. So those are some pointers if you're going to take rideshare. And then I always say, if you know you're going to use it, book it in advance. That helps with surge pricing because if you book it the day of, you're always going to pay the most expensive costs. Booking it ahead kind of helps with that. Weather for the evening, the weather is looking warm and clear by the evening. They mentioned expect a high near 84 during the day, dropping to a comfortable 79 around 8 o'clock. And there is 0% chance for that 4-letter word that we don't say because we don't want it. So it sounds like a beautiful night for a show. Kansas City, that is your number for you go. So let's get into the last minute tips to wrap up your number for you go. Go ahead and purchase your parking. If you're driving, go ahead and purchase your parking, get it taken care of. It's just going to make your night that much smoother. You don't have to ride around trying to find parking last minute. If you do purchase, make sure that you have your parking passes ready. Sometimes you have to download them. Sometimes you have to have a QR code ready, whatever it is, have it ready. I feel like the biggest bottleneck happens with parking. So if we can have whatever we need to have ready to go, to show, to get into our respective lots, that kind of keeps things moving. Same thing with your tickets to the show. Nowadays, all you have to do is tap your phone to be able to get into this venue, but you can only tap it if you have your tickets already downloaded and in their respective apps or wallets. So go ahead and take care of that while you have good signal at home. Okay, bring your patients along with you. There'll be something that you will need that for. Any questions, any comments, drop them. I do try to get back to you as quickly as I can. If Kansas City is not your stop for the fall off tour, but you are going to one of the upcoming cities in North America and you want to be in the know before you go, I am your girl. I am covering this tour in North America until it is complete, as well as other shows that are happening in 2026. So if you're not following me, consider giving me a follow. Kansas City, please be on time. Don't be late. Take only your towel. Be safe. Enjoy the show, y'all. Bye.